We have the technology to do this. Drones deliver packages, and people with diabetes are still pricking their fingers? What? We've got self-driving cars, robots that vacuum, these things. We visited Mars. And finger sticks? Really? Well, that's about to change. Meet the Dexcom G6. It shows your glucose right in your phone and where it's heading without finger sticks. Finally, technology that makes it easier for us to manage our diabetes. Looks like the future, but it's available.
We're all going at our own speed. At Enterprise, peace of mind starts with our complete clean pledge, curbside rentals, and low-touch transactions. Whenever you're ready, we're ready for you. Enterprise.
advocate for my daughter Victoria,
my son,
my daughter,
for our future child.
JDRF advocates are the voice of the type 1 diabetes community.
Advocates are using their voices and their stories to advocate for better research, access to affordable insulin.
Critical federal government support for type 1 diabetes research.
Advocacy brings us closer to a cure.
We advocate for you.
Let's make a world that's better for everyone living with type 1 diabetes.
the technology to do this. Drones deliver packages, and people with diabetes are still pricking their fingers? What? We've got self-driving cars, robots that vacuum, these things. We visited Mars. And finger sticks? Really? Well, that's about to change. Meet the Dexcom G6. It shows your glucose right in your phone and where it's heading without finger sticks. Finally, technology that makes it easier for us to manage our diabetes. Looks like the future, but it's available now.
We're all going at our own speed. At Enterprise, peace of mind starts with our complete clean pledge, curbside rentals, and low-touch transactions. Whenever you're ready, we're ready for you. Enterprise.
advocate for my daughter Victoria.
my son,
My daughter.
For our future child.
JDRF advocates are the voice of the type 1 diabetes community.
Advocates are using their voices and their stories to advocate for better research, access to affordable insulin.
Critical federal government support for type 1 diabetes research.
advocacy brings us closer to a cure.
We advocate for you.
Let's make a world that's better for everyone living with type 1 diabetes.
We have the technology to do this. Drones deliver packages, and people with diabetes are still pricking their fingers? What? We've got self-driving cars, robots that vacuum, these things. We visited Mars. And finger sticks? Really? Well, that's about to change. Meet the Dexcom G6. It shows your glucose right in your phone and where it's heading without finger sticks. Finally, technology that makes it easier for us to manage our diabetes. Looks like the future, but it's available now.
We're all going at our own speed. At Enterprise, peace of mind starts with our complete clean pledge, curbside rentals, and low-touch transactions. Whenever you're ready, we're ready for you. Enterprise.
I advocate for my daughter Victoria.
my son,
My daughter.
For our future child,
JDRF advocates are the voice of the type 1 diabetes community.
advocates are using their voices and their stories to advocate for better research, access to affordable insulin.
Critical federal government support for type 1 diabetes research.
advocacy brings us closer to a cure.
We advocate for you.
Let's make a world that's better for everyone living with type 1 diabetes.
Dix, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, hello there. I'm Dan Acapenti, board president.
And I'm Dan Grierson, president-elect.
And we're both type 1 diabetics.
We're in the club, and to prove it, I'd like to show you I got my pump on tonight.
Grierson's always so fancy. I'm an old school pen kind of guy.
We're trying to get him to step it up. He's a few generations behind.
But thank you all for being here tonight. We're going to have a great time.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2021 JDRF Hope Gala. I hope you're enjoying the ease of the online bidding. I know I am. And an insider's tip, if you found something you can't live without, you can set a max bid using BidPal, so do that right now. Also, don't forget to purchase a grand prize drawing ticket for only $100. This year, you can win a 3-night, 4-day vacation for 2 that includes 24 destinations across the United States, and it also includes airfare. There are only 100 tickets available, so get yours now. The winner will be drawn at the end of tonight's premiere auction. So now, on to why we're here tonight. JDRF started with the passion of two moms. It was 1970, and Lee's son had just been diagnosed with a disease she had never heard of before, juvenile diabetes, now known as type 1 diabetes or T1D. The very words chilled her to the core. But then after a doctor told her that with enough money, scientists could cure the disease impacting her son, Lee put away her tissues and got to work. It started with one cocktail party on May 21st, 1970. Her goal was to raise money to support the research of T1D to help her son and every child affected. It was on that evening that JDRF was born. At the same time in New York, another family was following a parallel course. Carol and her husband Erwin were seeking out families in their area who were also struggling with the diagnosis that they were told would last a lifetime. Their son was 10 and was diagnosed at summer camp. Our world caved in for a while, Carol said. It was the first time I saw my husband cry. Carol quickly connected with Lee. She had the heart, the moxie, to never take no for an answer, and neither will we. Together, the two became an unstoppable force. And here we are 51 years later, with the same determination, moxie, and huge hearts full of hope to find a cure for T1D. Now, JDRF has gone through some big changes over the past year due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but our mission is still the same: to accelerate life-changing breakthroughs to cure, prevent, and treat T1D and its complications.
Harrison, thank you so much for sharing that incredible story. Carol and Lee, we could not be able to do this without you being able to pioneer and forge the way to help find a cure for type 1 diabetes. And a big thank you to everybody who's tuning in around the world tonight. This is a special night as we are doing this virtually, but we want to extend a special thanks to all the volunteers. Without you tonight, and events like tonight are not possible. So thank you so much for your time and dedication. Thank you to our sponsors and our VIP table hosts. Without you, we wouldn't be able to fund such incredible work that really helps our children and help find a cure for type 1 diabetes. So, as the purpose of tonight, as we do in person, we have an auction. So be sure to bid high and often. We are looking forward to an incredible night, and bidding closes at 9 o'clock. And for everybody else, let's get this party started as we do our first ever virtual Hope Gala.
That's right, Ray. The online auction opened a week ago, and wow, those bids are incredible, but there's still time to get your final bids in tonight. Personally, one of my favorites is the baby package. We're expecting a baby boy in July, and I'll be in the doghouse if I don't get that package. So I've been bidding. My max bid is set using BidPal.
Wow, Harrison, I'm gonna let you take that baby bundle. I've got my eye on the Lego set for my son Grayson and wine. Lots and lots of wine, like this Pinot. Yep. Alrighty, well guys, instead of just hearing about how much wine that I want, we're going to also kick this off by hearing from our board of directors as well as our honorees as they share with you their journey with type 1 diabetes. And don't go anywhere because we have amazing plans for you this evening, surprises and goodies that you don't want to miss out on. So to get things started, we're going to hear from our president and our CEO, Aaron Kowalski. Take it away, Aaron.
Hi, everyone. Dr. Aaron Kowalski here, JDRF CEO, and I want to thank you so much for being here tonight. Whether it's from the comfort of your own homes or you have a chance to safely gather wherever you are. To our incredible volunteer committees, our donors, and everyone out there watching, thank you. Thank you for raising your virtual bid cards high tonight. Thank you for being here, because we all know T1D does not take a day off, so our fight won't stop. This is a critical time for T1D research funding. We've made so much progress over the past year, and we asked you all to lean in and support our mission regardless of how our events looked. You helped us maintain the tremendous momentum that we have right now. And so, We thank you for being such a big part of what drives our mission forward. Grab your smartphones and raise your virtual bid cards high tonight. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Aaron, for your continued support and leadership in these very trying times. We're also looking very forward to 2022 to see everyone together in the ballroom.
Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight for the virtual event. Our personal story with JDRF, our journey began May 4th, 1999, when Allie was diagnosed with diabetes. I remember her coming in saying she didn't feel well, went to the doctor. We got the news that, yes, she had type 1 diabetes. We were supposed to head off to the hospital for a 3-day stay to learn how to treat a type 1 diabetic. I remember it's one of those moments that doesn't leave your mind, one of the worst days of my life. I remember when the doctor told us the news, I felt like I was going to pass out. And Allie, being my daughter, put her arms around me and said, "Mom, we're going to get through this. We'll be okay." And we did. So 22 years ago, that was our journey. That's how it began. We found JDRF. They were a lifeline, and that made our life, introduced us to people who were able to help us, to talk to, and just to get us through. It was a great match, and 18 years ago we were asked to chair the event, and we're back still doing the same thing. So JDRF is our passion, and it's what we do. My husband said at one time, we're not scientists, we're not doctors, we can't find a cure, but we can raise money. We have an annual golf tournament. We raise funds for JDRF. Again, that's our passion. So for 19 years, we've had our golf tournament. Last year, due to COVID, we weren't allowed to have our golf tournament. We were unable to. So we don't want to miss a chance to raise money. We had our first online virtual auction and raised money that way. So we've decided with that money, along with the board donations, we're going to match up to the first $25,000 in donations. We will match that.
So everybody grab your phones and make a Fund to Cure donation. It is 100% tax deductible.
Okay, I'm doing it now.
Thank you, Larry, Suzanne, and Allie, for your passion, determination, leadership, and unstoppable drive. It's more than amazing, and we thank you for being you. My brother Jackson was diagnosed with T1D when he was 10 years old, and my family has been supporting the fight to find a cure ever since. My mom, Christine Snow, started the Corvallis Walk 5 years ago, and I've been helping in any way that I can. I'm very proud to be a part of the JDRF community and hopeful for the future. Now let's find a cure. Farmhouse luxury in Napa. That looks like an amazing trip. Put my bid in here. I bid again.
Hello, my name is Max, and I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was 18 months old. There are some good things and bad things about type 1 diabetes, like how when you're low, you get to have a lot of sugary sweets, but then you also feel very, very bad. But when you're high, you have you can't eat anything, but you have more energy than usual. I hope that you guys give a donation to fund the cure for type 1 diabetes, and thank you if you already have or are you going to do it.
Wow, what a year it's been with COVID-19 and everything that we've all been living through. It's been an extraordinarily challenging year. And we just want to thank you so much, everybody, for joining us tonight from your homes, from your offices, to help raise money for JDRF and find a cure for diabetes.
And it's really about trying to pursue the mission. And what the mission is JDRF is trying to fight to find better treatments, better prevention, and ultimately a cure for type 1 diabetes. Now, we want to take the opportunity to thank a handful of people that have really stepped up, prior to tonight and made a meaningful contribution to the Fund a Cure. Hayes and Associates, Christine Snow and Toby Hayes.
James and Judy Borg.
Fanger Family Fund. And yes, that's a tongue twister.
It is. I'm glad you got that one. The Harold and Arlene Schnitzer Care Foundation.
Robert and Sharon Andreessen.
Don and Suzanne Kramer. Love you guys.
Charles Deaton.
Steve and Joyce Gruber.
Darius Adams and Claire Montgomery.
And we can see so many pouring in right now. I'm excited for what we're going to be able to do tonight. And now we should introduce two of our honorees for this evening. Two great folks, members of our community, have given so much to the greater Portland area. This year, they've agreed to help us here at JDRF, the type 1 diabetic community. They're both just wonderful people, good friends of ours, Tony and Vanessa Sturgeon. Tony and Vanessa Sturgeon are honestly just great people, great members of our community. If you don't know them, you should.
Yeah, and they do very meaningful and inspiring work through New Avenues for Youth and the Portland Business Alliance.
We're super lucky that this year they've agreed to partner with us at JDRF and help support our mission.
Yeah, lucky is right. From two guys that are diabetics and our larger JDRF organization, we're lucky to have two great people supporting our organization.
Plus, they're just a lot of fun. Folks, help me welcome Tony and Vanessa Sturgeon.
Thanks, Dan, for that really warm introduction.
Tony and I are very honored to be recognized by JDRF for our philanthropic work. We have always believed in the importance of a multifaceted approach to supporting our community. There's a simple Maya Angelou quote that has always resonated with me. It's when you learn, teach, when you get, give. Such a straightforward philosophy to live by, to always remember how interconnected we are to those around us and the importance of acting in the spirit of giving and sharing whenever we can. We do our best to lead by example for our three boys and hope they grow up with a deeply embedded sense of responsibility to be of service to their communities and give generously to the causes that inspire them.
We feel so fortunate to be in the position to support many incredible organizations working for the greater good. Funding medical research that could lead to advancements in life-saving treatments and ultimately a cure for type 1 diabetes feels so incredibly vital. We also admire JDRF's mission to provide a network of support for people living with type 1 diabetes. It's our pleasure and an honor to be included in JDRF's Hope Gala this year.
Vanessa, Tony, thank you so much for all of your incredible generosity to JDRF, as well as the other incredible organizations that you support. Because of you, our community is a much better place. Hey, Harrison, Max, what are you two up to?
Hey! What you doing, man?
How's life treating you?
Life is great. How's life treating you?
Good. It gave me popcorn, so I guess it's no longer life gives you lemons.
Life's handed me popcorn too, man. Oh, Max, I forgot. Are we supposed to be doing an auction right now?
Oh no.
Oh no. Should we show the clip?
Yeah, probably, yes.
We should probably show the clip. Show the clip.
Hello, I'm Debbie Martin from Mountain Park Labradoodles. This sleepy little cherub is one of our Australian Labradoodle puppies. We're thrilled to be able to contribute a future puppy to the JDRF online Gala auction. We'll be working with the winning bidder to select just the perfect baby to join your family later in the year. Until then, happy bidding and good luck.
Harrison, Max, why didn't you send me any popcorn? No worries. Thank you so much for letting everybody know that the premier auction is going to close soon. So make sure that you get your bids in. Up next, we have an incredible, hardworking, high-spirited family of 7. Welcome, the Bassett family.
So we're the Bassetts, and we have twins who are type 1. We have Harlow and Sienna, who both have type 1 diabetes, and we have been involved with JDRF now for almost 7 years.
When our daughters first got it, it was scary, very scary. We knew nothing about it. It was something where we changed our life so dramatically and so fast. And we had Harlow and Sienna and Fallon at that time, and we had planned to have more children, but we kind of put that all on pause because we didn't know how hard it was going to be and how much care and time it would take to, deal with this.
Or if we were to have other children, would they have higher chances of having type 1? Is that something we wanted to put onto other children? And
it just, as we got around more and more people and as it became easier with more information, and to be quite honest with you, it was mostly our daughters showing how resilient and tough they are. I mean, you can have all the information in the world, but the strength of a child is, what they've gone through in the last, 7 years is remarkable.
One of our favorite things about JDRF is the walks, the JDRF 1 walks, and it just is a time for our family to be together and be celebrated that day. It really shines light on Harlow and Sienna and all of the struggles they go through, and they get to see other kids that go through those same struggles. So we've got to be a part of 3 different walks, one being in Idaho and then San Diego and then now here in Oregon. And it's just been a way for us to meet so many new people and be part of this wonderful organization.
One of the main struggles for me is that it kind of just, I feel like there wouldn't be a cure for me, like never ever. I won't be able to ever not have this.
JDRF makes it a lot easier because, when you share and when you have a community around you, it allows your daughters to know, like my daughter said earlier, that she just is in fear that this is lifelong, but it makes it easier when you realize you're not the only person.
I feel like I get to meet people and influence, one of our friends was scared to get a finger poke because he felt like he had the symptoms to type 1 and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I also feel like I don't get to do the things that kids that don't have type 1 do.
When you're in your own little bubble, you feel so alone. And then when you go to an event, you see there's so many kids just like me living the same life, fighting the same fight. And it's kind of beautiful in that way that, you can struggle together and you have other people like you and they all kind of look out for each other and help each other. And
there's a lot donations and stuff like that, so I don't get as scared as that I used to when I was really young. When I first got it when I was 3, I was really worried and I was scared and I didn't really understand, but now I do, and it's important to me so I can feel because I don't feel normal with this.
One thing that has really brought our family together is we like to do little fundraising things as a family and get online and send our videos out, and that's always been fun. But trying to explain to my children why that's important is with all that fundraising and us trying to fundraise and talk to people, it builds funds so that scientists can have research to make their lives better in little ways of finding a new Omnipod or better finger poke systems. And it works its way all the way up to hopefully finding a cure one day. Obviously, that's the big picture there. But it's been a fun process for our family to figure out the way that works, and it's so important when our family or friends of family or businesses donate and help out that way, because then there's some light there that is showing that, okay, this is working, things are happening. And just with the 7 years of my family living with type 1, we've seen so many advancements come our way.
It's more than just a foundation to our daughters especially, but it's us as well, because they go through a lot.
It's just been a light and kind of a dark time for our family to have an organization just be there and support your family through this tough time.
And thank you, Bassett family, for sharing your story tonight. You know, it's great to learn about the impact that we can make in our community, specifically, you know, the T1D community. So thank you.
And that's the thing is JDRF and our community, it's all about volunteers. It's all about folks getting involved because, you know, like us, they're type 1 diabetic, or maybe they have a friend or family member who's type 1 diabetic. And it really takes kind of an army, you know, to come together.
Yeah, and it's full of a bunch of people that care. You know, there's large roles and there's small roles, but regardless, you know, if you're someone that is passionate about this organization and you want to help, you know, please feel free to contact us, or Susie Rice is our development manager. You know, you can find a role for you, and we'd love to have your support and help.
And that reminds me, we got to say thanks to the Gala committee, all the folks who've helped out this year with our one walk. I mean, we couldn't have done any of this without everybody volunteering like that.
And as you know, I mean, this has been a very awkward year that's required a lot of people to pivot. And the JDRF is, you know, not excluded from that group. It's a ton of wonderful volunteers that have had to adapt, you know, over this challenging year of COVID, and, you know, made tonight work. You know, we're trying to find a way to support funding and support a cure. It's really meaningful. So thank you.
Definitely. And, you know, fundraising isn't the only thing JDRF does. They do a lot of advocacy as well.
Yeah, and advocacy is probably one of the areas that we don't talk a lot about, but, you know, we should talk about it more. You know, as we saw this last year, the price of insulin was in the news about how high priced insulin has gotten.
Yeah, and that's why we're going to learn a little bit more about what JDRF and our volunteers are doing at the state and federal level to help be that voice for type 1 diabetics.
Thank you, Dan and Dan. When do I get to join the board?
Harrison and Ray, I cannot believe we're down to the final few minutes of the premier auction. It felt like I just entered them in 6 months ago into the system and put all these packages together. Oh my goodness. Well, this is so exciting that it's been such a fun evening. We've heard from some great, fabulous people. Here's two more I would love to introduce everybody to is my good friends Suzanne Kramer and Mary Kay Alzola. And they wanted to pop in with me real quickly to tell you just about another amazing generous donors that we have involved.
Wow, Susie, it has been a great week, and there's just a little bit of time left to bid. All my friends are in the room next door making so much noise as they're putting in their final bids, and I think I just got outbid again.
I've been watching this all week, but I've really appreciated the fact that we have the whole week to bid. And so many people have logged on and logged off. I keep watching my two paintings that are on here. If anyone notices, there's two paintings I painted. So love to have you bid on that. So I've been really impressed with how this whole thing was run. Susie's done a great job. I hope everyone's been enjoying it as much as I.
It really has been a great week, especially seeing all those sponsors pop up throughout the week. I want to personally thank each and everyone whose company stepped up and supported our gala this year. As many of you know, we are not able to raise all the money that we do without our great sponsors.
Yeah, it's just been amazing this year. I have been really, really blown away by the sponsors. With the pandemic, I hadn't thought we'd have that many sponsors, but there's a lot of people willing to step behind us that have the passion, that are willing to put some money in and back us on our fight for the cure of type 1 diabetes. I'm also looking and wondering about the Fund a Cure. You know, you can give money straight to research for Fund a Cure and actually have it matched during this gala. So Susie, where are we on that match? Do we still have some funds available?
We do. I was just looking a few minutes ago, and there's just a little over $4,000 left to reach that $25,000 match goal this evening. So I implore everyone to make a donation, even if you've already made another generous donation. If we all just do a little bit more, we're going to hit that number and help find a cure.
Mm-hmm. That is great to hear. And I just got a note, Larry, Suzanne, and Allie would like to jump on from their home.
Oh, well, we better get them on.
thank you to everybody who's participating in our online event. We're hoping that we make lots of money for JDRF, and looking forward to seeing everybody in the ballroom face to face next year. But I got to go because I'm bidding, and that's most important.
Oh, wait, did you see what I just got?
What'd you get?
I got that big bottle of wine.
Yeah, well,
What did you get?
I bid on that last item. It was just in the last second. I went in there and I beat that person out. I was so excited.
That person was me.
They do this every single year.
I only need a couple more drinks and I'll be in really good shape. Unfortunately, the event's all done, but we really enjoyed it this year.
It was a lot of fun.
We will be in person next year.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun, and it's still going on, so keep bidding.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Allie, Suzanne, and Larry. Because of you, we've been able to raise millions of dollars. Your contributions over these past 18 plus years have been incredible, and we are so grateful from the bottom of our hearts to have you a part of our JDRF community. We are now at that time of night when the premier auction closes, and we choose our raffle winners. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, close!
The raffle winner will be announced via text, so don't put your phones away.
Thank you to everyone tonight in making history for our first ever at-home virtual gala. It just proves how strong and resilient the T1D community truly is.
That's so true, Ray. What a night. The dollars raised were just incredible. We have all of you to thank for that. And a reminder, we're going to be together next year in the ballroom, so more information on that soon.
I am so glad I was able to sneak in. What a great event. I hope to see you guys in the ballroom next year.
Well, don't worry, Max. The party isn't over yet. Stay tuned for a private performance by Eric Church, thanks to our Charlotte chapter, as well as a private performance by BB Rexa.
Woo! Have a good night, everybody.
I'm staying.
See you next year.
See you next year.
Hey, they said we couldn't do it. Virtual gala? You know what? I think we might have pulled it off.
No problem.
Salud.
Hey, this is fun and all, but this does not replace the ballroom.
And we look forward to seeing all of you guys in the ballroom next year.
And it's the best party of the year.
Cheers.
Hey, I'm Eric Church. I want to thank you for joining us for this VIP cocktail hour. I cannot think of a more fitting song to play for our first and hopefully our last virtual gala. So until we get to be together, grab a drink and enjoy this one. Early Monday morning to Friday 5, man, I work, but I don't climb. Boss man can shove that overtime up his can. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. I fill it up, I throw it down. I got a 40-hour week worth of trouble to drown. No need to complicate, I'm a simple man. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. Yeah, that parking lot is muddy, can't get to the door. I take my jacked up, drop it down in 4x4. Chill down along it, I warm up the band. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. I fill it up, I throw it down. I'm about to tear a new one in this old town. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'll be your rocket man. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. Made me wanna go, ooh, ooh, when you dance like that. got that little tattoo playing peekaboo on your back. If you want to impress me, baby, here's my plan. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. Yeah, fill it up, I'll throw it down. When you drive me home, take a long way around. You be my Lois Lane, and I'm gonna be your Superman. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. In my head, Monday morning, now the alarm clock sings. It'll go bang, 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 while it ring, ring, ring. Yeah, I'm ready to roll if you wanna rock again. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. Now fill it up, I'll throw it down. I got a little hungover still hanging around. Yeah, that hair of the dog is howling. Hey there, man. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. Yeah, that hair of the dog is howling. Hey there, man. All you gotta do is put a drink in my hand. Yeah, all you gotta do is put a drink in my hand.
Hello everyone. My name is Phoebe Rexa and I want to say thank you so much for giving. Please be safe. And I'm sending you all of my love. This song is called Meant to Be. Baby, lay on back and relax. Kick your pretty feet up on my dash. No need to go nowhere fast. Let's enjoy right here. Who knows where this road is supposed to lead? We got nothing but time. As long as you're right here next to me, everything's gonna be alright. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. So won't you ride with me, ride with me. See where this thing goes. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be. I don't mean to be so uptight, but my heart's been hurt a couple times by a couple guys who didn't treat me right. I ain't gonna lie, ain't gonna lie, 'cause I'm tired of the fake love. Show me what you're made of, boy, make me believe. Whoa, up, girl, don't you know you're beautiful? It's easy to see. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. So won't you ride with me, ride with me. See where this thing goes. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But if it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be, if it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. So won't you ride with me, ride with me. See where this thing goes. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be, if it's meant to be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Are you filming now? Okay, hold on, ready?
Get your finger out of your nose. That's disgusting.
Yeah, see? Can you do it around?
Is that cool? I said Friday night. Is the gala actually on Friday night?
It's a Saturday night. You caught me. That was the only thing I was gonna.
James and Judy Bohr.
Burger Family Fun.
Oh, where are you going, Doug? Come here.
Okay, hold on, guys. Once again, I'm going to turn up something on my phone so all of you says.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Good boy.
We're gonna do it one more time. 3, 2, 1. Closed. Okay, what's the excitement? I can't hold you much longer, buddy. Oh.